Manchester City were the visitors to Highbury in late October 2000, hoping to overcome a dreadful record against Arsenal. City fans had to cast their minds back to December 1991 for their last league victory over Arsenal, and still further for their last win at Highbury, which had come in 1975. The Gunners were unbeaten in their last 14 games in all competitions and were second in the league, while City had lost just once in 7 matches and were 10th. Arsenal skipper Tony Adams was back in the starting lineup after a 2-week absence through injury. Arsene Wenger made 3 other changes from the team that had beaten West Ham in their last league game. In came Ashley Cole, Thierry Henry, and in goal John Lukic, making his first start of the season as a deputy for the injured David Seaman. There was a City debut for Laurent Charvet, who'd signed from Newcastle earlier that week. Joe Royle made 2 changes to the City team that had beaten Southampton in their last match. At the back, Richard Dunn was dropped to accommodate Charvet. Sean Goater replaced the injured Paolo Wanchope, while Paul Dickov made his first return to Highbury since leaving Arsenal in 1996. Rob Styles was the referee for this one. Arsenal hot favourites to beat Manchester City once again. Your match commentator is John Champion.
It is 9 years since Manchester City last defeated Arsenal in a league match. And they come here very much as underdogs, despite winning their last 2 games, both 2-0 against Bradford and then most recently at Southampton. Coming to Highbury, though, is an altogether tougher proposition, particularly with Arsenal in this sort of mood. Unbeaten in 14 games. They've not lost since the opening day. And here's Thierry Henry taking on the new man Charvet and pushing him. It's a free kick to Manchester City. Arsene Wenger in his 5th season in his role as Arsenal's manager, and he's made such a difference to the club. Charvet. Now Alfie Haaland. Possibilities here. Paul Dickov couldn't do anything with the ball in. Manchester City lining up with 5 strung across the midfield. Dickov occupying a role wide on the right. Tiato on the left. Vikins, Whitley and Haaland through the middle. And here's Parler for Arsenal. Oh, and what a chance for Thierry Henry. Joe Royle says that Manchester City just have to concentrate and stick to their task. But he acknowledges that the individual flair of Arsenal could still undo his team. Come on, Arsenal! Pires. Jockeying Charvet. And creating some sort of angle. Haaland gets it clear. Tiato. Feisty Australian. Nearly through to Goater. Now Goater does have it. It's Dickov, the former Arsenal junior. And Jeff Whitley very nearly finding the upper tier of the North Bank stand. David Bernstein, the chairman, on the right there alongside Joe Royle. Luzhny, the horse they call him back in his native Ukraine. His ability just to keep running and running and running. Pires for Arsenal. Henry is outside him. Back with Pires to strike! Pushed away by Nicky Weaver. Could be an opportunity for this highly rated young goalkeeper to excel, as he's sure to be busy this afternoon. Still only 21. Corner taking duty entrusted to Ashley Cole, the 19-year-old. Catch for Weaver. Manchester City's record in the English Premier League so far this season. Most of the games watched by superfan Noel Gallagher. Played 10, won 4, drawn 2 and lost 4. Recent form has been more encouraging. Inevitably it was going to take a while for them to settle after back-to-back promotions via the Division 2 playoffs and then runners-up in Division 1 last season. Parlour. Henry, and still saved by the legs of Weaver. It's almost too deliberate by the French striker. Had several opportunities to strike it and passed up on the first couple. Left Spencer Pryor dizzy. Parlour. Henry, Luzhny. In slides Tiato. Player that wears his heart on his sleeve, Danny Tiato. Luzhny. Grimondi. Oh, and Tiato. Well, it was silly, really. Pushing over Luzhny. It was unnecessary, and Rob Stiles has gone straight to his pocket to produce a yellow card. Too competitive on occasions, Danny Tiato. His disciplinary record tells that tale. Bergkamp. Cole. Joe Royle's third season as manager, promoted in his first 2. Managed Oldham and Everton, of course, with great distinction. Jeff Whitley. Sean Gota. Beacons, and City generally doing what their manager asked them to do, which is to stick to their task, their individual tasks, to maintain a team ethic and to frustrate Arsenal for as long as possible. Charvet. In came Cole with Dickov, and it's a Manchester City throw. Dickov, who played quite a few games in the Arsenal first team before setting off on his travels. Another throw on by Dickov. Spencer Pryor. He's just waiting for Steve Howie to arrive before hurling this long. Haaland. And away by Grimondi. Now, Henry. So much pace. Down he goes under the challenge of Tiato, who's already been cautioned. And Manchester City here are going to be reduced to 10 men. It's a second yellow card for the Australian Danny Tiato. And with a minute to play in this first half, plus stoppage time, Manchester City's good work has been undone by the loss of a player. Joe Royle's team talk was all about discipline and concentration. But the pace of Henry was just too much for Manchester City to cope with. And now they will be desperate to get through to half-time, level at 0-0. And then they can regroup. Bergkamp, Ashley Cole marks his first home start with a goal. 6 weeks short of his 20th birthday. The Londoner, born in Stepney and rated so highly for his defensive qualities, shows an attacking instinct too. Jeff Whitley. Gota. How sick must Manchester City feel? On the whole, they've performed so well, so doggedly in this first period. Here's Henry. There's Bergkamp ahead of him. Now Gerard Vikings. Henry. Teasing Pryor. That's good defending by Spencer Pryor. Spinner, as his teammates call him. Ljungberg. Gilles Grimaldi. Ray Parlour. Oh, just wide. Only a yard or so. Be harsh indeed for City to go in 2 down. Charvet. The referee has the whistle poised. Any second now. They'll blow for half-time. Indeed, there is the whistle, and Arsenal head into the dressing room with a lead given them by Ashley Cole's driven ball just a matter of moments before half-time. City a man and a goal down. Keown holding on to the shorts of Gota. Here's Haaland, forced wide by Adams as the rain sweeps across Highbury. Quite an unpleasant afternoon now. Spencer Pryor trying to dry the ball. Very nearly connected with Howie amongst others. Jeff Whitley plays it off Luzhny for a corner. Sean Gota was in there. Bounced very awkwardly, and for once Arsenal's defence looked anything but secure. Dickov. Have another go. Manchester City's last league win on this ground was way back in 1975. Now they're battling for parity as Haaland rises. But it's a huge ask with only 10 men. Charvet. Straight to Ljungberg. The back heel for Bergkamp to hit! Sweet as you like from Dennis Bergkamp. It's only his second Premier League goal of the season. And just the second time he scored in his last 22 matches. The goals these days don't flow quite as frequently as once they did, but there are still some gems among them. Faces of relative contentment on the Arsenal bench. Grimaldi. Well, he was fouled at least twice. And eventually the referee blew when no advantage was going to accrue. Pursued by Bergkamp. There's Pryor who missed it. Ashley Cole. And Vieira! Well, it's pretty much one way now. He hit that with some venom, Patrick Vieira. A good save by Nicky Weaver. Arsenal comfortably in front. Dickov still trying to trouble them. Vieira. Bergkamp. Is Henry. Slip through for Sylvain Wiltord! It's 3. Sent on as a substitute. Sent on his way by a sumptuous pass from Thierry Henry. And the finish through the legs of a stranded goalkeeper. First goal in 8 games for Sylvain Wiltord. It's turning into a very good week for Arsenal. Of course, beat Sparta Prague 4-2 here in the Champions League on Tuesday. Already assured before that game of their place in the next phase. And with a 100% record here at Highbury this season, played 8, won 8. One feels a little for Manchester City now. Really, they've been undone by the loss to a red card of Danny Tiato. Started off with 11. Paul Ritchie. It's emerged with it. Now Mark Kennedy. Vikins. Haaland. Dickov. It's better possession football from City, but will there be an end product? Jeff Whitley. No, Bergkamp won it back. And now it's Wiltord for Arsenal. Henry. Wiltord takes a defender away. Now Wiltord has it. And the parry to Henry, who fails to convert a chance that was just begging him to score. A bit of luck on City's side. And as they tire more and more, it'll be even more difficult for them to cope with Henry's pace. Vikins. 18 months ago, City were playing in the 2nd division. Dickov. Kennedy. Promising moment for Manchester City, which didn't bear fruit. Henry. Just a hint of showboating. Mind you, it's the weather for boats today. Wiltord. Ljungberg. Grimondi. Ljungberg again. Wiltord. And he's beaten Pryor. Here's Henry. It was only a matter of time before he found his way onto the score sheet. The surprise being it's taken until 8 minutes from time for the moment to arrive. control of the first touch set up the chance for the shot. Borland. It's comfortable for the goalkeeper, John Lukic. Lukic will be 40 in December. Offside, Wiltor. It's becoming a very satisfactory afternoon for Arsenal. 6 wins, 3 draws, just 1 defeat in their Premier League season so far. That loss at Sunderland on the opening day, long since forgotten. Henry. Wiltor, and Henry wants the return, and he's got it, and it is 5-0. And if you had to select a goal that emphasises what Arsenal are all about, it would be one something like that. Slick, speedy and skillful. And if you're Manchester City at this late juncture, unstoppable. The last time that Arsenal scored 5 against Manchester City was here in 1961. And that must have been a thriller that day. They won 5-4. As the rain gets harder, it becomes harder for Manchester City to bear the fact that there are still a few minutes to play. They've gone past the stage of being well beaten. Ironic cries of boring, boring Arsenal ring out from the old stands here. Powerhouse of English football. Last 4 seasons, 3rd place, the title, twice runners-up. Last season, though, wasn't a great campaign. They finished 2nd, but they suffered 9 defeats and finished 18 points behind Manchester United. This time they're determined to do much, much better. Nearly ran for Ljungberg. Dixon, Wiltor, Ljungberg, and again. Well, 6 would be desperately cruel on City. Stays like this, despite the fact that Arsenal once beat Manchester City 7-3. This would be their biggest margin of victory. It could be more. Henry denied by Weaver. And the chances keep on coming. Wiltor. Grimondi. Sylvain Wiltor. And the final whistle will come as blessed relief to those from Manchester. Will arrive full of hope and will leave bedraggled and beaten. Especially hard for Paul Dickov as a former Arsenal man, and one that's given everything to the cause for City today. Very much a losing cause. To Cole, one of the goal scorers today. Seems everyone just waiting for the whistle. Dixon. Henry. That confirms it. Arsenal winners with a 5-star, 5-goal performance. Arsenal 5, Manchester City 0.
A real drubbing for Manchester City as the Gunners pressed home their numerical advantage in the second half. Although Arsenal made Highbury something of a fortress over the season, suffering just one home defeat, their indifferent away form meant they had to settle for second place. Manchester United picked up the Premiership trophy. Manchester City struggled in their first season back in the top flight, in particular at Main Road, where they suffered 12 home defeats, the most in the Premiership. As a result, they were relegated.